Okay, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I am Stormy, contract writer, director, and performer for Wicked Pictures.
I heard you're a great director.
I like to think so.
How many films have you directed?
About 40. I've directed about 40 movies.
That's great. So how is it performing and directing? Have you ever done both?
I would say
at the same time?
Probably 90% of the movies I've directed I've also been a star in. And almost every movie I've appeared in the last 5 years or so I directed as well. It's definitely a challenge. You have to juggle, but it goes great with my control freak nature.
Well, that's good. You know, everyone's going to ask the same question. What made you get into this business?
I started as a dancer out on the road feature dancing, and I wanted a way to raise my rate and make more money. And all the agents and club owners told me that I needed to break out of the magazine-only market and do some movies. And I had a friend coming out to LA who was shooting for Wicked, and she asked me to be in a girl scene with her, and I said, why not? And 5 days later she left, and I'm still here, 10 years later.
Wow. How old were you when you started?
I did my first movie when I was 22.
Oh. What's the average age for girls to go into this?
Probably 20.
About 20.
So I was a little old.
No.
And, now I'm ancient. 4 years are like dog years. I should be dead.
How old are you?
32.
Well, you don't look it. You look very young. You look like you're still in your 20s.
Oh, thank you.
So, what's the most exciting thing about being, a star in this industry?
The most exciting thing about being a star is that I get to travel the world and get to visit places that, I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. If I didn't do this, there are so many places that I would never have gotten to see. I've been to Europe. I've been to several countries over there. I got to host a show in Finland. I've been to Amsterdam, England, Spain. I did a show in Spain. I've been to, all over the U.S. I think I've been in all but, I think I've signed or danced in all but 5 states. Those are on the list this year. I've been to Mexico a few times, getting to meet all these different people and travel the world. And having the luxury of making my own schedule is probably the best.
That is great. Now, do you get to pick your co-stars?
Yes.
You do have a say.
I have the only say. It's my vagina. No one enters without my written permission.
Well, that's good.
And as the director, I get to pick all the talent in the movie. So if I don't like you, you don't even get to be on my set, much less in me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, I always let the females pick who they're going to work with.
Who's your favorite co-star?
Ooh, guy or girl, let's see. My favorite boy-girl scene ever was with Manuel Ferrara, and I think you'll hear that name from most of the girls.
Really?
But across the board, for years and years and years, it was always Voodoo, because he was such a great actor and good sexually. Randy Spears is one of my all-time favorite co-stars. We're such good friends. And, of course, I have to say Brendan Miller because he has the keys to my car right now.
Oh, are you in a relationship with him?
Yeah, he's my boyfriend.
You are.
And he's actually turned out to be quite an actor himself, and he edits my movies, and I don't want him to mess anything up, so we'll add him on the list, too.
So how long do you want to continue doing this?
I am hopefully going to perform for just a little while longer, and will direct until they actually physically remove me from the building. Which could happen at any time, actually. You never know. But I want to direct for many more years. I have several ideas and things that haven't come to fruition yet. My work here is not done.
That's great. So now tell me a little bit about how you started.
Like I said, I just had a friend coming out to LA, and she invited me to come with her, and I did. And it happened to be a movie for Wicked Pictures that she was on the set of, and our biggest contract director, Brad Armstrong, was directing that film, and he saw me, and something caught his eye, I guess, because he told me I needed to meet the owner of Wicked, and they offered me a deal. I started writing scripts for him, and 2 years later, I somehow managed to convince the owner of Wicked that I should be allowed to direct a movie.